Well, good evening to everyone, esteemed members of the Parliament of the world's religions, dear participants, those here in Chicago participating live, and those participating online from all over the world. My name is Cardinal. I am from the Woodland Cree from Treaty Number 8 in northern Alberta, Canada. As a communicator and educator, I have dedicated my life's work to creating and maintaining connections and relationships that cross cultural divides. It's in that spirit, and within my capacity as trustee and chair of the Indigenous Task Force for the Parliament of the World's Religions, that I am pleased to be here to moderate this important gathering this evening along with Zaya Guarani. Zaya.
Good evening, everyone, members and participants to the Parliament of the World's Religions. My name is Zaya Guarani. I was born and raised in an indigenous community in the remote Brazilian Amazon. And I belong to the line of the strong women from Camurap and Guarani Mibiai ethnicities, who have led their communities as both shamans and spiritual guides. Growing up in the Amazon, I shared the journey of many fellow indigenous. Running away with my mother and my grandmother, seeing the village being destroyed one after another by loggers and my relatives being killed or displaced, at the beautiful natural ecosystem surround being burned, not many people can imagine what is live it as a child and teenager in a constant state of fear for your life and the ones that you love. But beyond the destruction of our forest, what we are seeing is also the extension of a complex ancestral spirituality and the indigenous cosmovision away seeing the world. This is not separation between us and nature. I had the chance to be able to escape this violence in my life at the age of 15 when I earned a scholarship in Rio de Janeiro before entering art and fashion world by founding the first ever collective of creatives indigenous. This journey led me to become the first indigenous fashion model raised and born in the Amazon rainforest, in which I remain committed to be raising awareness about ongoing global struggle for indigenous rights and climate justice.
Thank you, Zaya. We gather here tonight for a special event called An Urgent Call to Protect the Amazon, an interfaith rainforest initiative dialogue with Indigenous leaders. The Parliament of the World's Religions is a founding partner of the Interfaith Rainforest Initiative, IRI, a United Nations convened alliance that is bringing moral urgency and faith-based leadership to global efforts to halt and reverse tropical deforestation and protect the rights of Indigenous peoples. As a part of this commitment, the Parliament and IRI are committed to fostering new relationships between religious leaders and Indigenous peoples, and to have you, the religious leaders from across the globe, learn and understand firsthand about the relationship between Indigenous spiritualities, traditions, and to protect our forests and protect our cultures, particularly in the Amazon. In service of this goal, today, we facilitate this opportunity for us to hear firsthand from Indigenous peoples about their struggles, their cultures, and spiritualities, as well as the shared moral responsibility across faiths to protect the Amazon and the rights and cultures of Indigenous peoples, and traditional communities. During this event, we will hear from several of the Amazon's most prominent Indigenous leaders and draw links between the sacred wisdom and cosmologies of Indigenous peoples and the long-term protection of the world's forests.
The importance of this topic cannot be overstated. The world's rainforests are sacred trust and irreplaceable gift to the humanity. Having grown up in the rainforest, I have seen the endless generosity in this majestic ecosystem to support all living beings by providing water, air, medicine, food, and everything we need to live and prosper and in peace with nature. I have also seen and experienced in firsthand the violence and greed that is affecting the survival of the forest and the indigenous peoples that have lived in it for thousands of years. Maintaining their cultures, ancestral knowledge, and ways of life intact to benefit of their communities and humanity as well. We are seeing a global deforestation crisis, and respecting the indigenous rights has become more urgent than ever. In light of these urgencies, the incoming president of my country, Brazil, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, has just last week convened an Amazon Summit to the countries of the Amazonian countries for a new way of combining sustainable and development for the protection of the Amazon rainforest. This plenary session will offer us the possibility to learn more about the outcomes of the Amazon Summit, as well to the call that was issued by Interfaith Rainforest Initiative along with the religious leaders from Brazil, Colombia, Peru, to protect the Amazon and the rights of indigenous peoples. All of us here will have the opportunity to endorse and amplify this call, stand in solidarity with indigenous peoples and all people of good faith, and work together to safeguard our planet Earth.